Good morning, welcome to Planet Mojo. This morning, I'm bound and determined to plant this Splitbeard Bluestem. So here's the story. I laid out this road right here. Not sure if you can see the back part of it there, but we're going to be building the shop right here, and this will go from the back door up to the road up there. So while I was putting these flags in, I noticed I had like a pretty nice space between the road and that big rock up there. And when I go to plant the Splitbeard Bluestem, I'll plant some right there. But yesterday I went to go do that, and I thought, well, I got all these trees in the way, and I'll have to step on the Splitbeard Bluestem to get those out if I don't get them out now. And then I started cutting trees out, and then I had the old fence that's in the way, which is right there. I still got to pick that up. And then I just went crazy with the chainsaw and started cutting trees over here. So I actually did not get any Splitbeard Bluestem planted yesterday, and I didn't finish turning over the soil. So I got to go up there and finish turning over the soil and then get as much of this Splitbeard Bluestem as I can. What is left of this Splitbeard Bluestem is going to go in the prairie garden along the road here, and if there's anything after that, I'll just go down into the prairie restorations, both here and over here, and just drill some in there. So it's going to be a fairly long day, and we're going to be interrupted all day. There's been cars going by non-stop because they have a rummage sale. It's called Rummage Along the River. The Mississippi River is just right over the edge of the cliff here, and somebody must be selling stuff further up the road here because cars just keep coming down here, sometimes 2 or 3 at a time. So it's going to be really hard to film, but it is what it is. So I got a bunch of footage from yesterday. I'm going to show that right now. I'm going to cut out all the talking and stuff and just show what I did yesterday. Then I'm going to get up there, turn over the rest of the soil, get the plants in the ground, and then move on to the next spot. Okay, this is our newest lot. I believe we got this 2 years ago. We've gotten this lot since the YouTube channel, so not a lot has been done with it yet. What we got here, you could see these 2 lines of flags. This is where the road's going to go in down to our new shop building right down there. And 90% of the trees in this area have been killed back. You can see this one. That's a black oak. That's alive, but the majority of the trees around it are either dead or they're supposed to be dead, like this one. This one's on its way out. But most of the rest of these trees, you can see, are dead as a doornail, and they have been for 2 years now. So all of these trees should come out as soon as possible, but I don't need to take them out now. What I do need to take out, though, is this little cluster of trees right here, and I'll probably take out those 2 as well, because I'm going to plant the Splitbeard Bluestem right in here around the rock. This video is not about taking out trees, it's about planting little bluestem, but I'll just give you a quick overview. I want to take these out real close to the ground level, but I don't want the blade touching the ground. So like these 2 should be fairly easy, but those over there, we have a fence post right there, and we have barbed wire right there, and that goes into all that mess. So it looks like I'm going to have to dig out all that grass and find out if I'm going to be hitting metal in there. And what do I have? I have 4 trees right in that little spot. So I'm actually going to be spending a lot more time taking these trees out than planting the Splitbeard Bluestem, but it is what it is. Thank you, Jason. Okay, I'm trying to hold the camera exactly right to block the wind. It's incredibly windy up here. So I was going to plant that Splitbeard Bluestem somewhere around the rock here because the road comes out right there. And then, like I said, I needed to get rid of these trees. You could see 1, 2, 3, 4 right there, 5 and 6. Oh, Jesus, wind is just insane. It's actually picking up the gravel on the road and blowing it down into the hollow. So it might mess up the audio. Hopefully it doesn't. So once I get the trees cut, I cut trees down there, stacked this all up, and then the dirt was way up to here on this rock. So I got that taken care of and turned it over a little bit over here and a little bit over here. I still got to finish up right here. But what I'm going to do is just plant grass in this area and continue the lawn right up to the rock so you can see the rock. And then I'll just trim right up to the rock. It'll be a lot easier to maintain in the future. And then the lawn will just follow this line right here and then curve and go smoothly right into the road. The road is going to be the same grass as the lawn. And on this side, the road will come up and then curve right into the lawn. So it should be easy to take the mower and just drive right through here. I have stump remover in these. It's not the exact way that you're supposed to use the stuff, but it works just fine. If you don't burn the stump remover will rot the log out. It takes time, but sooner or later these will be gone. I also have to get rid of these remnants of the old fence. I got cut a couple times yesterday with this stuff. Okay, it finally calmed down enough to film something. Between the constant cars going by and kicking up dust off the road and the high winds, I just couldn't film at all. So I got this many planted, and so far the soil is really loose because I was working it. So basically I'm just, scratching a little hole like that because these plugs aren't that big. Let me show you what one looks like. That's it. So I'm taking these and I'm scarifying the roots, making 4 or 5 cuts around the edge, and then I'll plop it in. Well, first I will put in some of this really weak fertilizer. It's an organic stuff. What is it? 444. Put a little bit of this in the hole, put some water in there, plop this in, water it, and move on. So as I get into this area, I'm going to have to use the drill more. I really should get this entire flat in this area. Even if some don't live, all of this stuff has been sprayed with glyphosate. It just takes a few weeks for it to die. So I can drill right into the grassy areas over there as well. I think that's what I'm going to do. Just use up this entire flat and use the entire other flat down the road a bit. Okay, all done with the first flat. I also planted some premium bluegrass seed, and it's supposed to rain tonight. That seed needs to get watered right away. I'll probably run over there with the hose anyways, because the forecast has been just horrible lately. Okay, one flat to go. I think I'm going to put all of these in the ground in the prairie garden over there. I have more seed for this, and I can just do a weed and seed throughout all the prairies. Just take a nice long walk and distribute all the seeds that are left. Now I gotta keep my back to this wind, otherwise it's gonna mess up the microphone. Yeah, today is it's a beautiful day, and we're right within the smell of this lilac bush. It's just a gorgeous day, but it's way too windy for the microphone. All right, I have all of my fertilized water containers filled. We'll get this out of here, get this out of here. I also did the stump remover up there. Like I said, the prep work just took forever over there. It's not going to take anywhere near as long on this next one. But regardless, this is going to be the most disjointed video that I've ever made, by far. All right, let me get this stuff off and we'll head over there. All right, before I forget, the spacing for this Splitbeard Bluestem, I believe they said it was 1 foot. I'm going 10 to 12 inches, which is about right. And this grass is supposed to get 2 to 4 feet tall. And I'm going to guess that I get a bit of each of those over there because it's on the side of a slope and the soil gets poorer as it goes down the slope. So I'm going to guess some of them are really short and then they get a bit taller as they go up the hill. It should look really interesting over there. Other than that, I have never planted this before and I've never seen it in real life that I know of. So that's the only thing I can tell you about it. We'll know a lot more about it next year. All right, let's go get this in the ground. All right, we're at the prairie garden. The twilight zone, which is little bluestem, there's only 3 of them. That's going right there. Those are specialty grasses. They're kind of selected for their color and then crossbred until you get a really colorful grass. This is where the Shenandoah is going, and that's a switchgrass. And hot rod, which is a switchgrass as well. And then the Splitbeard Bluestem. I believe I'm going to take that right here. And then, I don't know. Judging by that last planting, I could probably take it here and go up into there. I had some lawn grass taken over in that area and I killed it back, so I should probably get something planted into there. Okay, that is the plan. I'll get my stuff over here and start planting. All right, all done. I'm not really sure if I should come and thin this stuff out. Like some of these are 6 plants, some are 12 plants. There's only one out of the whole lot that is a single plant. Where is that? I marked it with the old tag, and then there was one that was 2 plants. I don't know if that's the way to do it or not. It's just the way they grew. Pretty much every seed that I put in the cell popped up a plant, and it's really hard. The seeds are so fuzzy, it's hard to separate them. So we'll see how this does, and I might come in here and maybe after a month thin these out a little bit. I'm not real sure. Even though this right here kind of looks like this right here, this is a single plant. That's a single little bluestem plant, and it started out as just one like this. So I probably should thin these out, but I'm thinking the strongest one might kill out the other ones. I really don't know. We'll have to keep an eye on these all summer and see how they do. It'd be really hard to plant this stuff with single seeds because of the way the seeds are. So in nature, I'm sure the seeds collect because they're so fuzzy, kind of like some of the tree seeds. They'll collect into a ball, and it must grow a lot like this in nature. Another thing that I'm hoping for is that this loses its yellow color. I believe that's just because it's growing a bunch of plants in a tiny little container like that. Hopefully that'll go away. The ground right now is incredibly dry. I'll have to come back in here and water this in between the rains. We're supposed to have rain tonight, but then like 4 days of dry again. So during that time, I'm hoping to get the ditch garden planted, and I would have to water that anyways. And then I can water this and my specimen grasses, the hot rod, Shenandoah, and Twilight Zone, which should be really cool. I can't wait to see what these look like. Alright, so if you want to see that stuff too, make sure you subscribe and click on the update icon. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you put them in the comment section below. And if you share the video and or give it a like, it helps the channel out greatly. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.